All right, Kipsters, I am going to go over evidence card F with you using our CARS checklist. Okay, so this is now the fourth time we've done this together. So I am going to be asking some questions and looking for a little bit more of self-guidance here, but I am here to help you out. So again, we have our CARS checklist. We have credibility, accuracy, reasonable, support. If your evidence card has all of these, then it is indeed a reliable source. If it does not have even one of these, we cannot count it as reliable, okay? So we are looking at evidence card F, Mumbai, India, source, published research article written by scientist. So that's where I'm going to start. Credibility. Who wrote the information? It's written by scientists, and are they a professional in the science field? So, we know that scientists are indeed a profession in the field of science. They don't specify what type of scientist is writing here, but they do say it's published in a research article that is written by scientists, which is definitely credible and professional. So we are going to go ahead and circle yes. Now we're moving on to our next step, which is accuracy. And remember, from previous evidence cards, we need to look down at the back of the evidence card, which is side 2, which is where the information and the data is actually located. This evidence card is lengthy, and I'm going to walk through it with you because you're actually going to see it again on your exit ticket. So is the information current, complete, and correct? India often has heavy rainfall during the summer because warm air with high water vapor travels to coastal cities from the Indian Ocean. Usually, the total rainfall in Mumbai for the month of July is 74 centimeters. Whew, Miss Parker, which is 29 inches. Ooh, so this box has a border that's blue and has arrows, so I'm definitely going to try and pay attention to those annotations. On July 26, 2005, pause, current, okay? And remember how I said how 2014 didn't seem very current to our lifetimes? However, 2005 is still current in science terms, okay? When I'm saying like not current, I'm saying like 1940s, like 1960s. If we're talking about weather back then, not current. But 15 years ago is actually not that long ago in terms of the grand scheme of science and weather. So 2005, we are going to say that is current. I'm going to keep reading. We'll come back to complete and correct. There was a record-breaking amount of rainfall that triggered deadly floods in Mumbai. This day had a typical high temperature and high water vapor, but in a single day, the rainfall totaled 94 centimeters, which is 37 inches. Okay, I'm going to have to assume that those arrows are going to be referring to a question that's going to come up next in your classwork. But what I want to focus on here is the date. So we know the date is current. They mentioned the date again in the map. And so I'm looking for complete. I'm going to finish reading and then we'll come back to it. This storm was different because of an unusual area of low pressure that was surrounded by an area of high pressure north of Mumbai. This caused air parcels, or clouds, full of water vapor to be moved high up in the troposphere by wind. So, based on what we know about what we've learned in the weather patterns unit, we know that a higher temperature is going to cause more humidity, more water vapor, and that the clouds are going to rise higher in the troposphere. We know that when there is an area of low pressure surrounded by an area of high pressure, the clouds are going to move higher. There is going to be more rainfall. We know that when there are record-breaking winds, there's going to be more rainfall. We know that if there is more surface water, there's going to be more rainfall. These are all huge key concepts we have been focusing on this unit. So correct, I have to say, yes, this is definitely correct. It makes sense why there would be all this rainfall based on the evidence they gave. And it is complete. They have 3 paragraphs giving data. They have a picture and they have a map. This gives me the entire view of what is happening in Mumbai, even without a data table. So accuracy is indeed going to be a yes. Okay. Reasonable. Is the source truthful and in the middle, not only arguing one side? To me, this seemed 100% truthful, straight to the facts, no jibber jabber. Oh, well, I really think this, or I really think that. No one said I. It is all truthful, and they are arguing for the middle ground. There's no this definitely happened or this definitely happened. They're just stating the facts. So reasonable will also be a yes. I don't know why. Okay. And then support. Does the source use data or information collected by scientists? So even though they don't have a data table, which I know I definitely like to stress that a data table is important, but even though they don't have a data table, they give me facts and they give me data within these paragraphs. So they say the total rainfall was 24 centimeters. They say in a single day, the rainfall totaled 94 centimeters. And they explain to me about the low and high pressure. They also provide a map, which is super important. So map showing high and low pressure in and around Mumbai on July 26, 2005. This can be just as useful as a data table. So support is a yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses. That shows us that card F is reliable. Card F is indeed reliable.